Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hi. So thank you for joining us. My name is Mercedes Medell. We both come to you from Native Child and Family Services of Toronto. I work on a team called the Aboriginal Early Childhood Development Unit, AECD for short, and we facilitate programs and groups for caregivers with children 0 to 6. We work out of our main office downtown at 30 College Street. And we typically run a lot of programs around parenting supports. We do cultural supports as well and cultural programs. So sometimes we'll do like baby moccasin workshops. We'll do drum making workshops, ribbon skirts. So we do quite a bit of stuff as well. I've been with the agency for about 2 years in various positions, and I've been in this role for over a year now.
Nice. And I'm Natalie DeQuattro, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I was a program worker as well. Specifically, I was the pre and postnatal program worker for 5 years at Native Child. I now have come into a new role. I now am a family home visitor or Nanoshe. But I will be helping facilitate some of these virtual parenting circles. So thank you for having me. And we also have another coworker, Anna Hudson. She's not with us today, but she will be joining periodically as well for our sessions. And she also is a program worker on our early on team.
And then we might have guests pop in every now and again through some of these sessions. So we'll introduce them when they join us on those days. So this group is a 6-week session group. We originally were going to do them live and have people participate and join in, but during these times, it can be very hard to do that, especially if you have children with you or depending on where you are mentally. So we understand that some people have school-age children that require your devices during the day to do their homework. You might have little ones that require your attention all day long. And depending on when we do a live session, we have to take into account snack times, nap times, any other things you have to do throughout your day. So we figured a pre-recorded session would be better. You can watch this in your own time, in your own leisure. You can stop and go as you please. And if you have any questions, you can also send us a comment through our emails. You can also DM us directly. So we'll share our email addresses maybe at the end of this video if we're able to input it that way. If not, in the comment section to where these videos are attached, you'll see our email addresses. And then on our Instagram and our Facebook pages, you'll be able to send us a DM and we'll try to answer them in a timely manner when we're able to. So for the next 6 weeks, these are what we're going to be talking about. So week 1 is an introduction. So today we're just discussing what topics we're talking about, who we are, and also to kind of gauge what kind of other things you might want to learn about. Week 2, we'll be talking about parent and child bonding. So that would be like secure attachment in the circle of security. Week 3, we'll be talking about safety with children. So safety around like choking hazards, safety at home, safety with children around water. And then week 4, we'll be talking about children's mental health. Week 5 is going to be routines and consistency. And that's not just for children, that's for all of us because routines and consistency is important, even as adults. And week 6 is our final week, and that one will be learning through play in a conclusion. We'll be delivering this program by just doing a discussion together between Nat and myself and Anna when she joins in and our guests. Also by sharing videos. And we even have a resource page that we created. So I'm going to share my screen now just to show you a brief look at what that looks like. If you are interested in receiving the resource page to be able to find the websites we're sharing with you or the videos, you can email us or DM us and we'll send that to you as well. So let me just do a little quick screen share here. So here we are. So this is the resource page. So we have them broken down by week as well. And they will have the links for videos. And if there's any other resources that we talked about in the videos, they'll be in here as well. So this is kind of what it looks like. We've copied and pasted some of the small readings we want to share also. All right, So
If there's
that's
anything else that we've missed or anything else you'd like to talk about, please let us know and we can address those questions as well.
Mhm. So these videos will typically last anywhere between 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes. We'll try not to make them too long. We want to try to get the points across and share the information the best we can. But just like Nat said, if you have any info you want to share with us or you have things you want us to talk about, please just put them in the comment sections below and we will try to address them the best way we can. So the next part of this session for today is we're going to share a video with you. So we're going to get started into the content we're sharing. So I'm going to do another screen share, and then Natalie is going to be able to talk to us and get share some of the key elements of the video. All right, so this is a video and it's called How Brains Are Built, Introducing the Brain Story. And it's by an organization in Alberta called the Alberta Family Wellness Initiative, AFWI. So you can find it on their website at albertafamilywellness.org. Or if you go on YouTube, you can also find this video at AFWI. And we just want to say we don't own the rights to this content, but we are sharing it with you because we think it's very interesting and it could be very useful.
Science tells us that the experiences we have in the first years of our lives actually affect the physical architecture of the developing brain. This means that brains aren't just born, they're also built over time based on our experiences. Just as a house needs a sturdy foundation to support the walls and roof, a brain needs a good base to support all future development. Positive interactions between young children and their caregivers literally build the architecture of the developing brain. Building a sturdy foundation in the earliest years provides a good base for a lifetime of good mental function and better overall health. So just how is a solid brain foundation built and maintained in a developing child? One way is through what brain experts call serve and return interactions. Imagine a tennis match between a caregiver and a child, but instead of hitting a ball back and forth across a net, various forms of communication pass between the two, from eye contact to touch, from singing to simple games like peekaboo. These interactions, repeated throughout a young person's developing years, are the bricks that build a healthy foundation for all future development. But another kind of childhood experience shapes brain development too, and that's stress. Good kinds of stress, like meeting new people or studying for a test, are healthy for development because they prepare kids to cope with future challenges. Another kind of stress, called toxic stress, is bad for brain development. If a child is exposed to serious ongoing hardships like abuse and neglect, and he has no other caregiver in his life to provide support, the basic structures of his developing brain may be damaged. Without a sturdy foundation to properly support future development, he is at risk for a lifetime of health problems, development issues, even addiction. It's possible to fix some of the damage of toxic stress later on, but it's easier, more effective, and less expensive to build solid brain architecture in the first place. One of the things that sturdy brain architecture supports is the development of basic emotional and social skills, an important group of skills which scientists call executive function and self-regulation can be thought of like air traffic control in the child's mental airspace. Think of a young child's brain as the control tower at a busy airport. All those planes landing and taking off and all of the support systems on the ground simultaneously demand the controller's attention to avoid a crash. It's the same with a young child learning to pay attention, plan ahead and remember, and follow lots of rules. Like all of us, kids have to react to things happening in the world around them, while also dealing with worries, temptations, and obligations on their minds. As these demands for attention pile up, air traffic control helps a child regulate the flow of information, prioritize tasks, and above all, find ways to manage stress and avoid mental collisions along the way. Having this ability is a necessity for positive and level mental health. Developing effective air traffic control, overcoming toxic stress, and building solid brain architecture are things kids can't do on their own. And since strong societies are made up of healthy, contributing individuals, it's up to us as a community to make sure all young people have the kinds of nurturing experiences they need for positive development. To build better futures, we need to build better brains.
All right, perfect. So that is the video we want to share with you, and Nat is going to share some key points with us.
Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to point out a few key points, highlight a few things from that video. So in the video, they talked about the serve and return term for positive interactions between caregivers and children. So that really shows us that when a caregiver is responding to a child's needs, and the child responds back, and that back and forth interaction, that positive interaction between parent and child is really contributing to that child's overall well-being, and it's also contributing to that child's brain development over time. They also mentioned in the video toxic stress. So sometimes we can't, obviously we can't always manage or control all the stress that's put upon us or that comes into our lives. But what we can control is, reaching out for supports when we need to, taking a step back when we need to, indulging in self-care routines as parents, caregivers, in order for us to be fully present and fully healthy for our children, so that the stress levels might be at a certain level which is normal for all of us, but before they get to those toxic levels, there definitely are ways and buffers, that we can sort of help ourselves and can control the amount of stress that we're really taking in. So once again, asking for help, seeking support, knowing as parents and caregivers you're not alone, that as a community, your extended family, elders, aunties, uncles, all these people in our community are really, can all really contribute to a child's overall well-being and their healthy brain development, and building those healthy interactions and being there for a child, not only for their wants and for their needs, but being there for them emotionally, spiritually, physically, really contributes to that child's overall healthy development. And we all play a part in that. If there was something I missed, or if there was any other questions, specific questions that you guys had about the video or about brain development or children's mental health or your own mental health as parents, please send us a comment, please ask questions. That's why we're here. This is our first time sort of navigating these pre-recordings, so, but hopefully you got some good information from the video that we wanted to share today.
Yeah, so it is a great video, and like Nat had mentioned, brain architecture starts with all of us, and it starts when we're really, really little, and the first 5 years are when our brain goes through this huge growth process where we're making all these new connections with all the experiences we interact with life. So it's really important to start learning about this stuff when you're able to. If you have children that are a little bit older, it doesn't mean that they've missed their chance for developing a strong brain. The plasticity of our brains goes up until we're about the age of 25. And even throughout life, we continue to have a little bit of plasticity where our brains can still be able to develop a little bit. So it's never too late to try to learn or to try to implement new strategies or self-regulation or coping mechanisms to support your child and for yourself. And just remember that you are the model and you're the one of the number one teachers in your child's life. So really, we're just here to try to support you the best we can by sharing some information. But yeah, please do leave us a comment or send us an email or DM us, and we will try to get back to you whenever we can. So
Sounds good.
yeah, that's going to be kind of the format of how these videos go. We will kind of chat like this, share some videos or some content. And then, yeah, if you bring up any points prior to the next time we do a video, we could even answer your question in the next one. So if you put a comment down today, if it's before we do our next recording, we'll try to answer your comment even in our next video.
For sure.
All right. Any other points, Matt, that you want to make?
I think just, not being too hard on yourself as parents, knowing that you're doing the best job that you can do, and the fact that you're listening in and wanting to get more information and resources just shows that you obviously really care about adding to your knowledge base. So give yourself that credit, and you're doing a good job, friends.
Yeah. So that's all we want to say today. Please tune in for the next drop. So we're going to load these videos every Thursday. They'll be posted hopefully on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. And also when things go back to kind of normal, we hope you come and join us for some of our programming sessions that we do downtown at 30 College. We post things regularly on our Facebook and our Instagram to kind of update people with what we're doing, what programs we're going to be offering. And if you have any suggestions of things you'd like to learn, we can always try to incorporate it, or we can point you into the right direction of the person that can support you best. So until next week, thank you so much, Miigwech. We will see you on the next one. Thank you, Nat.
All right. See you. Thanks.